the dramaturgy of political reconciliation, marinated in the acidic bath of online discourse and rhetorical posturing. Gather round, comrades and critics, for today we delve into a tempestuous tale of ideological estrangement and prospective armistice.
Do you think Mr. Bonarelli will have to do a moment of reflection after the election? I live now with a deep hope, and I know there's no way to say this without coming across like I'm very similar to many smug leftists online. I live with a deep and maybe very naive hope that there can be some kind of reconciliation, and we can all, and liberals, myself, whatever, kind of work together in a difficult time, at least on the understanding that we have to take lessons from this election about populism, about messaging, about the importance of a strong narrative, about policy not mattering as much as the appearance of policy, of, well, populism, largely, of Bernie Sanders and the stuff that he represented, the fact that he did well with the groups that kind of ran over to Trump. And I guess, like, I don't really hold out hope.
I'm pretty sure Bernie Sanders did worse in his own district, I think, Kamala did on that ticket. But
because I don't, for a variety of reasons, but I really do, there are different camps of liberals right now, of leftists right now, and a lot of them are in the stage of, like, the Chapo trap house, we're all being sent to the death camps, but at least the liberals were wrong and I'm right. I take no enjoyment for being right, because I'm always right, you know? That's the hedonic treadmill, okay? As someone who's always right all the time, now it bores me, okay? I recline on my, you know, like Dracula. Being right all the time is feeding me grapes and I don't even taste them, okay? So this isn't about that. I just want the country to make it through this and all of the people in it, at least all the cool ones. And for that to happen, we need to we need to learn some lessons from this. I know that there are a lot of liberals right now are still in the stage where it's like they're blaming the left, they're blaming the Gaza protesters, they're blaming Arabs, they're blaming queer people, they're blaming, like, that's a very online perspective. It's very, very, very online, you know? I don't know. I don't actually know if Destiny is. I don't watch his content. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I just, that's like, I have no room in my heart right now for, like, the big line in the sand between myself and them. Like, I don't want to draw another one or any new ones or deepen the ones that are already there.
I mean, if Vaush wanted to rebuild the bridge, I'd be for it. But I would need him to go back over my manifesto that I made about, like, him and Kevels and I think all that. And I would need him to publicly acknowledge that every single thing that he said about me in that manifesto was a deliberate lie crafted to assassinate my character. If he's willing to publicly acknowledge that, then I'd be cool with it. So let me know if that happens. Okay, just a couple more. What is this?
I do think Bernie Sanders is right here.
Oh, cool. It's Hassan Light.
Was talking about building a wall. Kamala Harris was talking about, you know, experimenting with tariffs. Joe Biden blocked the purchase of a steel American company from a Japanese group because of a, you know, America First mentality. I feel like the Democratic Party has just changed a lot. And it's become Republican light.
You do know that, like, literal socialists, like Bernie Sanders and AOC, are in favor of kind of protectionist policies as well, right? Like, that's a populist talking point, not a right-left talking point, but...
And I think a lot of Democrats don't follow that.
Okay, I don't know why I was linked to this.
The protagonists? Destiny, the ever-analytical pugilist of Twitch debate fame, and Vaush, the erstwhile enfant terrible of leftist YouTube, who now contemplates bridging the ideological divide with erstwhile foes, liberals included. Yet, as the narrative unfolds, Destiny's stance takes on the uncompromising hue of conditional forgiveness, cooperation only after past sins are absolved through public penitence. First, let us bask in the comedic tragedy of Vaush's musings. The man speaks of unity, of a grand coalition between progressives and liberals to weather the maelstrom of socio-political strife. Yet even in his olive branch overtures, there's a subtextual tang of smug superiority, as if the act of proposing unity itself positions him as a magnanimous visionary. This posturing, no doubt, grates upon Destiny, whose sharp focus on intellectual integrity finds no solace in lofty platitudes. Destiny, ever the champion of rigorous accountability, is not so easily swayed by Vaush's overtures. To him, Reconciliation is not a simple handshake across the aisle, it is a trial by fire, a crucible of confession and contrition. The demand? A public acknowledgement of past transgressions, an explicit renunciation of the deliberate misrepresentations that destiny contends have sullied his character. Without this, any overture is but a hollow gesture, a mirage of collaboration. At the heart of this conflict lies the simmering cauldron of historical grievances. Destiny's insistence on acknowledgement reflects his belief that trust cannot be rebuilt on a foundation of lies. Vaush, in turn, seems reticent to revisit the manifesto drama, a digital Jeremiad that once catalogued their ideological fissures. To Destiny, this avoidance reeks of bad faith, a refusal to own up to the machinations of political gamesmanship. This tension is emblematic of a broader malaise within leftist circles, the inability to navigate criticism without resorting to hyperbolic vitriol. Destiny critiques this dynamic with surgical precision, pointing out how Vaush's style often leans into the performative, more concerned with rallying his base than engaging in substantive dialogue. This, he argues, creates an echo chamber that perpetuates division rather than fostering understanding. As Destiny unfurls his analysis, his critique extends beyond Vaush to encapsulate the broader tendencies of the left. He bemoans the weaponization of purity politics, where any perceived deviation from orthodoxy invites public shaming. To Destiny, this is not merely counterproductive but actively corrosive, alienating potential allies and undermining the very goals these factions claim to champion. Yet, Destiny is not without his own conditions for unity. While he acknowledges the necessity of working with liberals, he frames this as a transactional partnership, contingent on mutual respect and honesty. This pragmatic approach starkly contrasts with Vaush's more idealistic rhetoric, highlighting a fundamental schism in their respective philosophies. Destiny's calculus is one of cost-benefit analysis, not emotional reconciliation. Vaush's rhetoric, on the other hand, is steeped in the language of moral imperative. He speaks of lessons learned from electoral failures, of populism's ascendancy, and of the need to adapt. But Destiny, ever the skeptic, questions whether these lessons will translate into action or remain yet another talking point in Vaush's arsenal. For Destiny, words are insufficient, only actions matter. The crux of Destiny's critique lies in his disdain for what he perceives as Vaush's opportunism. He sees in Vaush a propensity to pivot, to adopt positions that serve his immediate interests while eschewing consistency. This, to Destiny, is the antithesis of principled engagement, a betrayal of the very standards he holds dear. Collaboration, he insists, must be rooted in shared values, not fleeting convenience. The demand for an apology, while seemingly petty, underscores a deeper principle: accountability. Destiny views this as a litmus test for sincerity, a way to gauge whether Vaush's overtures are genuine or merely performative. To Destiny, reconciliation without accountability is a house built on sand, destined to collapse under the weight of unresolved grievances. In this dance of ideological brinksmanship, the stakes are both personal and political. Destiny's insistence on principled engagement reflects his broader critique of the left's failures, the inability to build coalitions, the obsession with infighting, and the disregard for strategy. Vaush, for his part, embodies the contradictions of a movement torn between idealism and pragmatism, between purity and compromise. As the dust settles, one is left to ponder the feasibility of this proposed detente. Can two figures so ensnared in their own narratives find common ground? Or are they doomed to perpetuate the cycle of mutual recrimination? Destiny's conditions for unity may seem exacting, but they are also a reflection of his broader philosophy, that integrity is non-negotiable, even in the face of political expediency. In conclusion, This saga of conditional reconciliation is a microcosm of the broader challenges facing the left. It is a reminder that unity cannot be forged through platitudes alone but requires the hard work of accountability and mutual respect. Whether Vaush and Destiny can rise to this challenge remains to be seen, but one thing is clear, the path to unity is fraught with obstacles, and only time will tell if they can navigate it together.